invited you guys here tonight to have a discussion about feminism. The Equal Rights Amendment was passed in March 22nd, 1972. And it's a simple definition: civil rights may not be denied on the basis of one's sex. From what I found in my research on a book called Republican Feminism, written by Catherine Rim, not all Republicans were completely against feminism, but there were. And basically they felt that women had a role in life, and that was to be the homemaker. And they didn't feel that women should have a say or even go to college and be like higher educated. And they and that's just what their standpoint was. But the Republicans that were female were advocating for these men, but they were getting denied any payment or having any more further role. So they were experiencing things that people who brought up feminism to like that it is a part, and it's just more about being equal and not like what gender roles have. And for the rebuttal is a book written by Ungrateful Daughters. The author was Justina, I can't say her last name, Drasic. And this was where the party was for feminism, and it was for women to have rights and better childcare and better legal justice in the justice system, and just overall equality to men. And it briefly, feminism has evolved from the 70s, obviously, today in different ways, because women are obviously, bosses and CEOs, and they have taken it up when they have gotten the rights to come as far as they have. And feminism today is more about the way that women are treated, and that even though they have these rights, there still is a lot of push down on them, is what is from that take from women. And it has started the movement of Time's Up, which is a organization where you can donate to, and women can get funded to take what is going on with them unrightfully to law, and it will get paid for. And there's also the Me Too movement, which is that women are still experiencing sexual harassment, rape, and they are not being believed, they're not being listened to, and it's still happening. And so those are the different takes on feminism, and here is a little thing from Oprah. Just a small speech.
Montgomery, and it's here with every woman who chooses to say, me too. And every man who chooses to listen. In my career, what I've always tried my best to do, whether on television or through film, is to say something about how men and women really behave, to say how we experience shame, how we love, and how we rage, how we fail, how we retreat, persevere, and how we overcome. I've interviewed and portrayed people who withstood some of the ugliest things life can throw at you, but the one quality all of them seem to share is an ability to maintain hope for a brighter morning, even during our darkest nights. So I want all the girls watching here and now to know that a new day is on the horizon. And when that new day finally dawns, it will be because of a lot of magnificent women, many of whom are right here in this room tonight, and some pretty phenomenal men fighting hard to make sure that they become the leaders who take us to the time when nobody ever has to say, "Me too," again.
Okay, so now I'm gonna leave it to you guys to see what your view is on feminism. How do you feel about women today? Do you think they're objectified as they claim? Do you feel like they get more opportunity than men do? And just want to see what you guys think.
Okay, I'll go first. I absolutely think that women are still objectified, are still in a lot of regards second-class citizens, and that's not to disregard the massive progress that's happened since, the Equal Rights Amendment. However, we have some ground to gain, namely equal pay and equal opportunities. Women are still expected to be the homemaker and be a career woman. You're supposed to have it all, and I think the idea of feminism is you get to pick what you want, and you're not less of a woman one way or the other because of it.
I think they are still objectified, personally, but not nearly as much as they used to be. And law, in the eyes of the law anyway, they are technically equal,
Yeah.
but I think there's ways that we can try and improve upon how we can act in society towards women.
I think nowadays feminism gets a bad rap sometimes because there's a lot of extreme feminism out there. Like a protest I saw where they said there shouldn't be Father's Day and stuff because it's not fair to them, but that doesn't make sense. But I also see there's a lot of objectifications to women still in the workplace, in the real world, everywhere.
I think in my lifetime they've come a long way. Women have come a long way in equal rights, but I still feel the second-class citizen kind of thing, especially at work. Even with union rights and all of that, which has also helped. I believe unions have helped women attain some equal rights, but women don't get the acknowledgement that men do in the workplace. In fact, sometimes they're not even spoken to by upper management until and I feel like you have to prove yourself more if you're a woman than if you're a man. So we've come a long way, but we have a long way to go.
Go ahead. No.
Do you have any feedback?
No, I think that throughout history, the role from a feminine side, it's drastically changing because back in the late 60s or even 1800s, it was more of a hunter-gatherer type of atmosphere. The men went out there and gathered and hunted while the women stayed. As generations went on, the roles started changing, especially from the women's side of view. Then what's succumbed to now, present, fast forward to nowadays and everything else, is the only way that's going to change, especially from the feminine side, is the generation of the roles. Is that each generation that's coming abroad and the old generation going away, and acknowledging different type of roles that are coming along, especially for women, that eventually we may see more progress within a 5 to 10 year span, hopefully sooner than that. But once you start getting rid of the older mentality of generation of the men type of role, that's the only way it's going to change. But it's slowly changing. Objective women, are they seen differently in the workplace? It depends on where you work at, depends on the roles and stuff like that. Yeah, but again, it's only going to change with the generations that are coming in. The newer generations, they see things a little differently than the older generation. and it's the way they're brought up and everything else. But that's change is only going to happen only if the newer generations come and make that change. That's where we're at.
Okay, so I just want to thank you guys all for coming, and I appreciate all of you commenting and how you feel about feminism. And I definitely think we are moving in the right direction, and I think that this third wave of feminism has really got a hold of not just women supporting, but also obviously men are now acknowledging it too as well.
You got something to yourself? Oh.